Hello guys and welcome back to another patch news rundown. So finally we got a patch that is actually worth mentioning. We do have a lot of content this time, at least for a change. So it is the April 9th and the patch notes are kind of loaded this time. Let's quickly go through all of the events and all the content we're going to be enjoying in the upcoming weeks. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is the events, and that's the global rally event. So this one is a pretty massive event. It just looks like it's one page, but there's a lot going on in this event. So we're going to be hunting a lot of these glory medals, and you're going to be getting a lot of rewards here. I was looking at the rewards and actually not that bad. Finally, we do have a selection box, level 3 inscription selection box. This is probably the first one they have given us. They need to give out more of these. So yeah, this is something you're going to be after. This you need 3,000 medals to get that, but it's not not hard to get this. I'm going to be showing you guys that in a little bit. Yeah, the event, the rewards are not that bad. I am okay with the selection box here. There's an epic card selection as well, so if you don't have a legendary card of your choice, you can use this one to get it. So, and also an insignia module, which is I don't know why they still give us modules. Give us a full inscription, but yeah, the rewards are pretty good. Now this event has a page on its own, and you just have to click one of these buttons here. So Medal Hunt Season or Extreme Conquest, doesn't really matter, and it's going to open up kind of a browser thing inside the game, and this is where you're going to be getting most of your points from. So it's just basically playing the game as usual, doing your purgatories, golden fleece, things like that, and then you have advanced quests, which is maybe do some gear enhancement. It doesn't matter, you can fail, get 250 points. So you can see how getting the 3,000 is not really that big of a deal. Log in 20 days, so it's a long event almost for the entire month. And then elite quest as well here, do ranked matches, do extreme conquest, and then do the new raid. We're going to be talking about that in a little bit. Get 1,000 points for that. Pretty good, pretty easy to max it out. You want to do this as much as you can, because I do think this is ranked. I do believe this is ranked. In this exact same page, we do have even extra events. You have your lucky roulette, roll, get some prismadium, get some some medals as well. So there's also that. We do have two more here just still locked, but they're going to be open up tomorrow. We're going to check that out. If there's something interesting, we're going to make a video about it. And then light and shadow archives, some even more things. Start looking for NPCs. We have had an event like this before a couple of times. So it's NPC per day, go look for it, get some medals. And then time contract, another event. So just choose your contract, submit. I'm gonna be looking at this one because there is some like level 3 inscriptions here. So I don't know. There's like some prismadium. You have a chance of getting like 3,000 prismadium here on the mystery box 3, but I don't know. The chances are not like, they don't really tell you the chances, and I do believe the chances are pretty low. But we're gonna be discussing that once we take a look at the event more closely eventually. And then when it comes to the extreme conquest, so this is like basically a speed run. It still comes up here, but once you click this, it brings you in the same page. But according to the patch notes, this is like speed run of dungeons and stuff. And then like there'll be a leaderboard for that. So the reward is like a title like that, the pinnacle, and also the aura. So it's probably just a well thingy, because if it's speed running, then of course the people with the most damage are gonna win that. Like it's not even a discussion about that. So yeah, extreme contest is they are talking about speed running competition, and that is it for the major bulk of the event. It's only one page, but there's a lot going on once you click the hunt season, and you're gonna see everything that you can do in this event. The next major update we're going to be talking about is the new raid. We finally have an extra raid, and that is the Heart of Taboos. Whole new raid, a new insignia you can get here, the Demon Kraken insignia. Crit damage 8%, all attribute 11, and that is for the weapon. So this one goes into your weapon. Pretty good insignia. So with the launch of this raid, it's going to start on the 11th, of course. So speedrunners, those people who want to get their first clear, make sure you are like ready with your team for that. And also with the new raid, of course, that comes with some new gear. So that's the gloves, pants, shoes and stuff. That is just an upgrade of the old ones. So if you are playing with Malice, so you have an upgrade to the Malice, it is the exact same effect with some extra stats and maybe an extra line of something, right? For example, if you look at the behemoth 5 piece here, damage to debuff, damage bonus, vessel of suffering, it is the exact same thing with cast more as well. So 5 piece debuff, bonus, vessel of suffering. It's just that the cast mode will have some extra thing here. So an extra piece of passive that gives you either more damage or something else. but it is the exact same piece of gear in terms of like how it functions. So that is just an upgrade to what you have. So that's your 70 Epic 3. One thing to note about this, but we're gonna go deeper into that, is the Epic level 3 is not going to activate your Epic level 1 pieces. So Black Feather will not work with your Epic 3 gear. So keep that in mind for those people who are going for the 2-2-1 set. You will have to figure out how to work with that. Either take a hit and not upgrade to Epic 3, because the moment you go to Epic 3, it is not going to activate your Black Feather pieces anymore. So keep that in mind. And then of course, with every new raid, there's always a conquest happening. For example, this one, so we'll have to, we know that Demon Heart one. Yeah, so this one, once your server starts clearing the raid, you're going to be getting progress in this, and eventually once you max it out, you're going to be getting more damage. Take less damage. Make it so that you can clear the raid a little bit easier. So just pray your server is a little bit more active. I kind of feel sorry for some of the servers that don't have a lot of players, because this is usually a little bit of a trouble to fill up. So yeah, there is that. So make sure you try at least elite so that you can get all of these rewards. And here as well is also where the top 24 players who clear this raid are going to be getting their names here on the Hall of Fame and things like that, for those people who are interested in the fast clear rewards and stuff. And with that, we do have some new things as well, and that is we do have a new inscription. I don't really have it, so I can't really show you, but we do have 2 new inscriptions. We do have Transcendent Technique. So this one will work like your class inscription. So every class will have its own specific effects. Transcendent Technique is gonna be going to your armor pieces, and that is not your. So that's gonna be your head, your gloves, and your shoes. So Transcendent Technique is going to be going to those pieces. It's super strong, kind of much stronger than something like Exterior Technique for Warlock. So there is that. So it's something to take a look at once you get your hands on it. It's probably BIS for most classes, because it kind of changes how your class plays or gives you class specific buffs. And then we do have another inscription. So there's 2 new ones. So the second one is the advanced skilled inscription. So what this one does is basically the opposite of fundamentals. So fundamentals gives you extra damage to any skill that is below level 30. I think it's 30. Yeah, that 30. So any skill that's below level 30 is going to do 50% damage. What advanced skilled inscription does is it's gonna give skills that are above level 35 around 20% damage. So it's not as strong as this one, so it's around 20% damage for any skill that is above level 20. So if your class is not a class that can abuse fundamentals, you do have the advanced skill to take a look at, because that will be able to give your higher hitting skills. Mostly those boss classes who use like the high level skills to do damage. You might want to take a look at that new inscription. It's called advanced skill. That will be giving you extra 20% damage to those skills that are above level 35 and higher, if I'm not wrong. I think it's level 35 or higher. And talking about new systems, we do have a new system for the pet, and that is the pet seal, the soul seal system on the pet. So in the pet, you'll see there's now a new toggle here, and that is the soul seal. You will be able to use some of these slots to give your pet some new passive, for example, cooldown reduction on the pet skills, increase the passives on your pet skill, things like that. So this is something that's going to make some pets extremely strong, and it's something you want to do it on one of your like main pets, because they are removing these things will cost you. So for this system, you want to head over to Rhine City. So just teleport to Rhine City over here, come over to this area where we usually get scammed every day by Glenn, and on the left you should see Tom here. He's usually the pet store guy. So this is a rabbit. Get the rabbit, interact with him, and then you're gonna see you can get some easy purple pets soul seals here. So this one will give you like 5% cooldown reduction on your pet active skill. So it will give you like attributes plus 10%. This one will be giving you a passive skill tree plus 1. So this can be very strong for some pets. For example, like the dragon pet, giving it an extra passive will give it some more passive damage and things like that, right? I am not gonna leave you guys dry actually. So I just realized after recording this, you can talk to Ellie. So Ellie has like a simple quest that she just requires you to talk to Tom, and then when you come back to talk to Tom is going to be giving you 2 of these seals. So the speed seal, the cooldown one, and also the passive skill level 1 plus 1. So you just need to buy the other one extra, and you can actually get all the 3 immediately after the update. So keep that in mind. And then removing these seals, once you equip them, you're going to be needing some removal stones. Like so again, this is gonna be costing you. Now to do this and to get this, it's gonna be costing you guys. So Arcane Spheres. So to get Arcane Spheres, you need to head over to your Fleet redeem tab. So open your cash shop, and then no, it's not pay to win, don't worry. Go to the redeem tab, and then if you've been doing fleet stuff, you probably have quite a lot of sky points. So what you're gonna do is come here, and you have a limit of getting 6 Arcane Spheres per week. So just come here, buy your 6 Arcane Spheres. So make sure you do fleet stuff. Make sure you do fleet stuff. Don't look at my passwords. Okay. Arcane Spheres there, so make sure you are doing your fleet stuff, because now they are putting some things in the fleet which is pretty good. I like doing fleet stuff. So using your spheres, come here, and then you can buy some of these. So I can buy like one of these. Now on that point, I will also tie to the next one. We do have some new gacha things to do, and that is in the new chromatic summons. So this one is gonna be using so this is not that bad, because it's gonna be using your Arcane of Brocade, which are not that expensive unlike the pet ones. And here you can be able to get even much stronger soul seals. So for example, this one will be giving you 20% attribute assistance, and also some extra attributes here like damage to bosses 1.5 and 1% damage bonus. Pretty good. So if you do have the pools, make sure you come here and you get yourself this soul seal. You just need one of them because they do not stack. There's usually a slot. For example, this one is this strength slot, so you can just get one of these. And then the next one, which is also new, is the new badge insignia. So there's a new insignia, pretty good. 4% crit damage, 2% basic attack, 2% skill damage, and that's level 1. So if you level it up to level 3, so you have to do a lot of gacha to get all of this to level 3, and also get this one. So something I'm gonna be doing later on, but yeah, so those are the 2 new things in the gacha. So this is something you wanna like prioritize as well, because this is pretty good power that you're gonna be getting on the side. So a small PSA for this is make sure you don't equip these soul seals in a pet that you're not really gonna be using, because removing that from here is gonna require a remover stone. It is cheap at the start because you can only get you can get it for 1 of these, right? But that's an account limit of 6, and then eventually it's gonna start costing 3. So it can get expensive eventually. So just make sure, most people just have like 2 pets they always use, so those are the ones you are looking to upgrade. Now the last thing worth mentioning is when it comes to the Dusk Feather layer. So Dusk Feather layer has been changed. You can now do this raid by only 2 players. If you're only 2 players, you can quickly go in and do it. I kind of wish they just made it solo so that people can just enjoy themselves. But yeah, you can now do it with 2 players, and that will allow you to do your elite runs if you don't want to wait for like a full party. Another thing which kind of pretty good, but it kind of kills the amount of team play that's gonna happen, is in the new singularity casket. So this you can now get the colorful feather silver insignia. So this item allows you to skip Dusk Feather layer completely, so I guess no one will do Dusk Feather anymore. It is just done. So you can quickly click that, and boom, that gives you the reward for Dusk Feather. So that is that. So I don't know if I support this. I kind of understood it when we were doing like the hex chairs and things like that, but yeah, right now I don't know if it's a good thing, but you know what, I don't mind it. So just use your 3 keys and you're done for the week when it comes to Dusk Feather. So the only raid we're going to be doing is your Kraken and the new raid. So that is the new update when it comes to the casket. And then the last change I'm going to be mentioning is when it comes to the mentorship. So I personally haven't interacted a lot with this mentorship system. I don't know why. I guess I just don't have friends, or I don't have the patience. So in the mentorship, there's usually like weekly quests you can do with your mentors and also your mentees. It required you to do some elite difficulty co-op dungeon together, but now they have removed that and you can do it just in the story mode. So just quickly get it over with and you can complete those quests. So it just made it a little bit easier to progress in this mentorship thing. And then they have also added the new quest to do the new raid, which is the Heart of Taboos together. So it kind of incentivizes people to do this with their mentors and their mentees. Another really good change about this is if your mentees are not playing the game anymore, if you're a mentor and you want to serve this relationship, so if the mentee doesn't get like the XP needed, or they're like AFK for around 7 days, you can dissolve the mentorship yourself. So you do not have to like make an agreement between the 2 of you, because some people just go AFK and then they kind of mess up your mentorship, because you can only have like 3 apprentices here. I don't know if that increases. I haven't really done so much with this system, but yeah, there was this issue where someone would just go AFK and we just let you stay there with someone who's not active. So now you can just like dissolve it yourself if they're inactive for a period of time. So pretty good change for those people who are working around this system. And that is it for the patch for this week. I like this patch. It's pretty loaded this time. There's actually finally something to do in the game. I was kind of getting really bored with the game. I was just logging into my dailies, logging out after like 20 minutes or 50 minutes or so. So that is pretty fun. I like this patch a lot. I'm gonna be taking a look at all of this new system they have put out. If there's anything interesting, I'm gonna be putting out a video for that. So thanks guys for watching this really quick patch notes rundown. I guess I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.